place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here. Now it's Potw. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. Now it's Mbappe, and it's Neves. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bellingham. Oh, he's been caught on it! Can he finish? Off the post! Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Chooses to go crossfield. Cucurella. Now, can they get him away? Still goalless at the moment. Now, looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Bellingham. And here's Vinicius Junior. Turn and the shot! It's there! The breakthrough strike! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
That has not gone well. Oh, good ball! Thuram. Potw are behind here, despite their domination of possession. That's an imaginative pass. And he's picked out the run. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Chance, surely! It's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Chelsea are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Rodri. Well, that is one way to stop him. Probing pass.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Rodri has a look and plays it forward. And he's straight offside. Now, who's going to be first to this? That's a good ball out wide. It's run loose here. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Potw are still behind as we reach out for half-time. And he's worked it through. He's on it. Can he get away? And that's played in low. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Bellingham. And it's Neves. And it's Cucurella.
have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Played back to the goalkeeper. Rudiger. And Konate. No, again there's no way through. Oh, it's come loose. Look at the space here. Bellingham. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Some good work on the right flank here. He has a look up. And a chance! They want to be quick to recover this. And that'll be the final action of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Potw really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
Agradecemos sua atenção. Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 11, camisa 6.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Now it's Thuram. That's tidy. Thuram receives it in a good position here. Back towards the middle. Opts to play it back, and he was alert to it. Potw do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Potw played into space. Chooses to go cross-field.
Good ball, that too. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Can he get on the end of this? Steaming on goalwards. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Chelsea needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Passing nice and neat. Bellingham. Thuram. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Chips it through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Here comes the... He rises! Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, I can tell you that the aluminium is still shaking after that, and we're talking fractions. That was a great try.
substituição no time do Botafogo.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Camisa 9, camisa 8. Deixando o campo para a entrada de...
Well, that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
And what they've got...
There's the shot! It's in! So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Botafogo get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
James making good progress on the right-hand side. Kluivert. And here's Vinicius Junior, looking tidy in possession here.
Exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Konate. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Mendes. This looks promising. And he's managed to get free. Drives it in.
Botafogo really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Šeško out towards the flank. No way through. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's in a great position here. Lovely ball and a real... He's having a shot! And he hits the net. 2 up now, and they are cruising. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other.
Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's... Oh, he's been caught napping. Botafogo with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock.
Teremos uma substituição.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Chelsea are looking to go forward now. Neatly clipped into space. Mbappe! Konate gets it away. James. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's James. Shooting chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Can he get it through? Gravenberg delivers. Corner number 2 then. Kluivert plays it short. Oh, that was vital. O'Reilly. And we're done. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
He's going for goal! It's really well cleared. Now the ball in. It's a goal kick. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, the midfielder, Ryan Gravenberg, is just very cultured, Peter. Another really fine product from the famous Amsterdam production line. And just like so many of their alumni, he's shown wonderful intelligence and versatility. And, of course, vision whenever he's played. I think he's a tremendous all-round talent.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Thuram for Szoboszlai. Thuram. Konate kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Great run on the overlap here. Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Thuram. And it's Szoboszlai. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Neither side yet able to find the net. Gravenberg. Thuram. And it's Gravenberg. Now this could be a chance. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Chouameni, searching pass he's played there. Rudiger. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And he cuts out the supply. Vinicius Junior looks to get on the end of this. And it's Szoboszlai. Thuram. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bellingham. Konate cuts out the pass. Looking for a runner. Good ball over the top. And the counter is on. João Neves. Plenty to aim at here. Chance to deliver. Vicario deals with that nice and simple. Szoboszlai. Can he get it through?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Isaac proves too strong. Nuno Mendes. And here's Vinicius Junior. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's quick to get it clear again. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
punched away. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Over to the left. Looking to play him in. He's had it taken off him. Gravenberg. It's Bellingham. Now it's Thuram. Can he spark a counter here?
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Bellingham. Thuram. And here's Vinicius Junior. And it's half-time here. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time.
Dirijam-se à sala de controle imediatamente.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. So the first half brought no goals. Gravenberg. James. He's a sharp little ball here. Bellingham. That's a lovely, neat pass. Vinicius Junior. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. He's on it, can he get away? And it's Tchouaméni. Oh, good read. Aims beyond the defence. Eder Militao. Thiaw. James. Vinicius Junior. Gravenberg did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. João Neves. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That is good alertness. So we've reached the hour mark. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Out towards the flank. Mendes got a long way forward to join the attack. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and
Thuram! It's anyone's ball now. Muscular approach does pay off here. João Neves. James. And it's Gravenberg. Now that looks a decent ball. Nice interception, well timed.
Potw really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Bellingham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He has a look up.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Camisa 22. Camisa 6. Camisa 25. Camisa 5. Deixando o campo.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Camisa 20.
Chelsea has the chance to go the other way.
Camisa 27.
Wan-Bissaka kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Camisa 8. Camisa 29. Substituição.
Gravenberg turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Cucurella. Now it's Rice. And Gravenberg.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Gravenberg. Wan-Bissaka.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Kluivert running with the ball. DiMarco. Mbappe. And it's DiMarco. And it's Tchouaméni. And Gravenberg. Soboslai. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And the finish!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Rice. Rudiger. Cucurella has it in a wide position. And a chance! Yes, he's done it! And that might well be that! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Botafogo take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Brilliantly cut out. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Lukaku taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And